All right, welcome back to Long Island's #1 pro wrestling broadcast. Monty and the Pharaoh, only seen here live out of Village Connection Radio, here out of Rockstar Studios in Honey.
And I'm still trying. And I want to tell you guys something. This is a good interview.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
And you know why?
Thank you.
Because you guys love wrestling. I feel this. And I think both of you.
All right, welcome back to Long Island's #1 pro wrestling broadcast. Monty and the Pharaoh, seen only here at Village Connection Radio, live out of Rockstar Studios every Thursday, 8:05 to 9 p.m. At the boards, none other than the studio owner and producer extraordinaire, Mr. Jim Savali. Jim, how are you?
What's up, brother? Long time.
And look who's back, Jim. Look who's back.
Is that silent Pharaoh?
Pharaoh, what have you been doing since you've been gone?
He's been busy, you can tell, right?
Think we pulled the wool over people's eyes?
So what's up, brother? How you doing?
All right, man. Hanging in there. Man.
Stuff, damn old.
We came out of I've been out for about a couple of weeks trying to recover from the San Martino and Rosa Mendez interviews, which doing very well.
Nice.
And coming up, we have next up in October is none other than Brutus, the Barber Beefcake in town. What do you think about Brutus there, Jimmy?
He's
quiet. He's pretty quiet, huh? So Brutus will be in, and we'll talk some good stuff. Again, you get some great interviews. None of this, again, armbar 1971 deal. We're going to find out what Brutus is all about.
Yeah,
and then in November, we're doing a whirlwind tour. None other than J.J. McGuire will be in studio that Thursday and Friday, and then he'll be joining us over at the big event in Queens where Monty and the Pharaoh hosted by Village Connection Radio, will have its own table. JJ will be selling his bestseller, My Life in Heaventown.
nice.
Jimmy, you like My Life in Heaventown?
Yeah.
He's got not much
I
to
don't know
say.
if he knows that one.
I don't think he does either. Damn. All right. Well.
Yeah, that's a good book, right?
I read the forward.
What the fuck?
What?
Holy cow, bro! What was that?
Oh my God.
I don't know.
Oh, holy shit. Oh my God.
Wait a minute.
You just scared the living shit out of
place
me.
Holy
looks familiar.
crap, bro! I fucking just got
What the
blown
hell?
away, man.
How the hell did I get here?
My God.
Holy crap!
God.
Welcome
What's
back,
up, guys?
Jimmy. How are you, my
hey.
friend? Good
How
to
are you,
see
man? What's
you.
going on?
Man,
Welcome back, Jimmy Farrow.
how was that
What's up?
forward?
What happened?
What did you say?
I don't know.
He said he read the forward. I said, how was
Yeah,
the
I read
forward?
the
was the
forward.
forward?
It was engaging. Isn't that your word?
It was engaging.
Yeah, it was engaging. I liked it.
Who wrote that thing? Do you know?
Oh, is it Parts Unknown again? Are we going there?
No, I
don't know.
I don't know who wrote it. I got to be
From
honest.
Parts Unknown.
Parts unknown.
I think so. I'm not sure.
All right.
Anyway.
You mean teeth on
Yeah, I
me.
just came out of a slumber. You expect me to be razor
That
sharp?
just blew me away.
This is
bro.
unbelievable.
I thought you had that freeze frame.
I was
on.
like in a
Dude,
frozen stasis.
I thought it was a freeze frame.
What?
He scared the living crap out of me.
Freeze frame. Ding, ding, ding. Oy.
Anyway,
Anyway, what's going on?
Good. Things have been
What's
good.
happening?
We're glad to have you back.
Yeah, well, you know.
Joining Long Island's #1 pro wrestling broadcast, and we have a special announcement. I don't know if you want to announce it. I can announce it.
I think you better.
Well, Monty and the Pharaoh, starting in October, have signed a 1-year deal with cable, and will be on channel 115 from Tuesday 8:30 p.m. till 9
That's a
p.m.
great time slot, bro.
That's right, every Tuesday. So, right from Rockstar Studios, we will also be on cable.
Wow. We done did it.
Right?
Yeah.
We done did it.
That's keeping it real, right?
man.
You ain't kidding.
Way to
And
hustle.
we got.
Way to hustle.
That's what we call it.
What the frig?
And you got, you know what?
Just
Just proves a fact. You want to sit there and do your little podcast out of
Yep,
your
yep.
basement?
Wow.
Do it out of your basement.
Hey.
This is
But
real
if
studio.
you want to get on,
and real
if you want to get
studios
on
go
cable, baby, you know, hey,
Yeah, well, you know.
I
We
got-
have aspirations as well as perspiration.
you ain't kidding, man. And I got a full set of teeth to match.
Oh my
Nice.
God, one of them needs to go. That's a whole other story.
But very,
Hey.
very excited. We want to thank the fans out there who
Yeah.
supported us. We're on the move. We want to thank Mr. Jim Savali, because if it wasn't for Village Connection Radio, the #1 broadcasting station on Long Island,
well,
this
you know.
would
Well.
not happen. Plain and simple. So anyway, any aspiring podcasters, I mean, we're
Keeping it
quite
basic
old.
here.
So if you're
Yeah.
aspiring and you want to go somewhere, you know what? Reach out to Mr. Jim Savali,
Yeah.
and he'll hook you up.
Yeah, man. We need more. We need more good shows.
We need more good shows.
The world needs more good shows.
The world needs
Please.
more good.
Immediately.
Jimmy, glad to have you back, bro.
Thanks, man. Thanks. It's great to be back, man. It is.
All right, you want to talk a little wrestling, the three
Yeah.
of us? What do you
Yeah.
think? All right,
Yeah.
we had in the 2 weeks I've been out, or we've been out.
Oh, boy.
There's a lot going on, so we're gonna try to hit it. You know, get your opinions by all means. Chime in.
All right.
I know the fans are excited to see you.
All right.
All right, man. I call it the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Can I get a whistle? Can I get a Clint Eastwood? There we go. It's more like it.
Womp, womp, womp.
All right.
All right, Hell in the Cell.
Yeah.
Right, so the fans out there, the WWE fans or non-WWE fans, obviously they trashed this pay-per-view.
Yes.
Thoughts on that? You watched it, right?
Well,
What'd you think?
I thought that the ending is what, left a bad taste in everybody's mouth, including mine. I wasn't happy with it. I think we talked about it a little bit during the week. I was not happy with that. What do you mean a DQ in the Hell in a Cell? I'm sorry, man. Now, after a good week of, major exposure in the USA Network and Fox and all this other stuff, they come out with that on the pay-per-view? PU. That was terrible, man.
Dude, but the network, I got to tell you, the network had how you thought these matches was going to end. And disqualification was one of the choices. Right then and there.
You did. Why don't you clear that up for the home audience? Like, you saw the poll. Was this on the WWE site about how do you think this match is going to end?
How do you think the match is going to end?
And DQ was one of the
DQ
options.
was one of them, and it's the first thing I said to myself. Now,
weird.
again, I'm not in the biz. I'm not in the biz. Just like Jim, we're not in the biz. You're not in the biz.
Yeah.
So, but you know what? I'm smart enough to realize that when someone throws out a DQ,
Wow.
it's going to be a DQ.
That's interesting.
I mean, it was
I didn't
pretty
see
plain
that,
and
but I
simple.
probably would have thought the same thing myself. If
And again,
saw
I
that.
didn't think that match was that bad. But let's first
Hey.
get to the good, okay?
All right, fine.
Becky Lynch versus Sasha Banks.
Okay.
All right. Now, look, man. all the people complaining about the last match, how good was Becky Lynch, Sasha Banks opening up Hell in a Cell?
I enjoyed it. I thought it was a super solid match. I mean, I won't put it with like Bayley and Sasha in Brooklyn years back, but I thought it was a really good match. Solid, had its high spots. I was disappointed that Sasha did not win. I disagreed with booking. I think that might have also been part of the problem with the fans' reaction, not just the ridiculous DQ end, but some of the decisions over the course of the night. This is one I disagreed with. I felt like it's Sasha's time, or at least for a little bit. And no, so I don't know.
I think Sasha's time's coming. All right?
It feels like her time is now, though. Jeez, I hate to sound like John Cena. My time is now. You can't see me.
I think Lynch is still hot.
Of course.
Again, but the match was good.
Becky Lynch growing on you over the course of this run?
The only issue I have with her, again, is she just refuses to show midriff, and that keeps bothering me. I mean, come on.
We're back to belly buttons.
Bro, but honestly, you're just good. Just good. You thought it was good. I thought the match was great.
I thought it had spots that were really, really good. I thought it was a good match. It was a really good match. Solid. Super solid. I said super solid.
All right, part of the other good, Charlotte Flair winning the SmackDown Women's title from Bayley.
There's a solid match with a booking decision that made sense.
Well,
to me.
Are you with the rest of these smarkies who feel that SmackDown is getting the extra push over Raw right now, and that's why Charlotte got the title?
I don't even think you need to be a smarky to realize that right now, of course, SmackDown's getting more of a push than Raw, and even NXT is getting a little more love and attention these past few weeks. It makes business sense, doesn't it?
Right, it does.
So it's weird to actually suddenly see Raw almost in the back seat. Just for now, that's not going to stay that way. But right now, Raw actually feels like the third show. The way they're paying attention to the network and USA and everything like that.
How did you like the opening of the first Fox edition of SmackDown?
First of all, the theme song's awesome.
Yeah.
When was the last time we had a theme song that was really, really cool? So I thought that was cool. I also like Raw with the pyro. I love how they beat AEW to the pyro. They beat them by a couple of days, but they beat them.
Look, I think you said it right.
The pyro.
They're the WWE's the Yankees.
Yes, they are.
And AEW are the Long Island Ducks. So if you live in New York, I know.
I don't think they're the Ducks yet. I don't want to even call them the Mets yet, if that makes any sense. And I know that might be really rough to some of the AEW fans out there, but I still like AEW's product. I just don't see them being anywhere near what Vince is right now. Not yet. Slow down, everybody.
Listen, I don't want to get too deep into AEW at this second, but I'm going to be honest with you.
Yeah.
It's not that good. That's my opinion. I'm not overly enthused.
It's weird so far. What I like from it, I like a lot, and what I don't like, I'm completely indifferent to, or think it sucks as bad as anything else things people complain about with Vince.
Let's not jump ahead. Let's talk about the bad.
Yeah, okay? The bad.
So let's talk about the elephant in the room. Our boy Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
Finally just took care of.
Oh, that was so great.
Kofi Kingston.
Thank you.
And the WWE, instead of giving Kofi any kind of offense, just lets Lesnar squash him.
Good.
You have
perfect. Loved it. Loved every second.
How about the people that are upset that they felt Kofi should got offense? Blah blah blah.
You know what? I forget those people. That's fine. At least they're making wrestling complaints. I was reading about people making racist comments afterwards. Oh, this is race. I was sickened by that. I'm like, are you kidding me? What? How the hell do you throw racism into a pro wrestling angle? I don't know, man.
Jim, what do you think of that?
I'm sure behind the scenes there's plenty of but come on, Kofi had a great title run for the way they wrote him. They think of him,
right? He's a Hall of Famer.
Of course he is. Of course he is. I'm not a huge Kofi fan, but of course he is. So to see that the next day, I was like, guys, can we get a grip here, man? They must love him behind the scenes there. Vince obviously respects him, put the belt on him for months. Didn't he win it at WrestleMania?
Bro, really quick, yeah. Andy Nichols out there says Jimmy Farrow rocks.
Hey, Andy, what's going on, man? Thanks, brother. Thank you.
Look, I'm not into the whole racism thing.
Yeah, me neither.
Kofi Kingston,
I just got nauseous seeing it brought up.
Kofi Kingston got totally lucky.
Right.
But one person that's happy about this is our friend Trent Barretta, who's been on our show.
Trent Barretta.
Yeah, Trent hates Kofi Kingston.
Why does he hate Kofi again?
Well, in Trent's little deal there, he's like, if after I'm fired, Kofi Kingston's an asshole. So maybe Kofi's
Yeah,
not.
I remember his story, man. That was his inspiration. The Turtles, of all things.
All right, let's get to the ugly, right?
The
This
ugly?
is the match.
All right.
All right. Hell in a Cell, Rollins versus The Fiend. Have at it, buddy.
Do I
Say
have
what you got to
to?
say. Yep, go ahead.
You know, I mean, what about the sight of the Fiend being beaten down with the sledgehammer, like being beaten to a pulp? I thought that this is a scary monster. He's wrestling the whole
I have
time.
nightmares about this guy tonight.
He's wrestling the whole time with the mask on. You're waiting for it to fall off. You know?
Well, that's my whole point.
I don't
It's like,
know.
I think the
He
Fiend.
should have destroyed him. If you're going to protect this fiend image, you know, they didn't exactly protect it.
Right.
And then, you know, and if I hear Rollins one more time gacking on one of them claw holds, he's already got that nasally, annoying twang to his voice, and him getting the sound of him with the fingers down his throat. I can't anymore. I don't know. I really hated this match.
Why?
Did it have to?
I thought it was
Because the
good.
ending was so godforsakenly bad. Who wrote that? How bad weed? Bad weed.
The match itself, you didn't
Really?
like at all. There
Really?
wasn't any points in the match that you didn't
I
like.
liked a lot of it. I thought it was building. I thought it was building towards a logical conclusion. I didn't think it was.
So
look,
if the ending
look,
was
a DQ
Rollins,
in a Hell in a Cell
Okay.
is like
so the
bacon and whatever food is completely revolting with bacon. I don't know.
The question
Oh,
I have for you is if it ended with a Rollins victory or a Fiend victory, your whole attitude changes?
In Hell in a Cell, I want a definitive decision. Is that really too much to ask, even for the basic wrestling fan out there? Can I get a definitive decision? A DQ in a Hell in a Cell. Mick Foley goes through the top, off the side, missing teeth. This guy gets hit with a sledgehammer. It's a
Well,
DQ.
let's not forget last year.
I thought he's a monster.
Remember
This is
last year,
terrible.
Lesnar came in and crashed the Hell in a Cell main event also, which ended in a no contest, which
Yeah,
is equally,
well,
I guess.
I almost could go with the no contest. I guess it's the way they did this. The DQ was terrible. The referee, I'm warning you. Come
Did you not like the five-
That
you
was
didn't like the
terrible.
five-
The referee's awful too. Look, take some acting lessons. I mean, if you're gonna practice this beforehand, maybe they would have pulled it off better. Oh, it was horrible. It's like watching the streets.
All right.
It was bad.
Shout out
What?
out to the new tag team champions, the Kabuki Warriors. What are you thinking, bro?
I just blew green mist in your face.
This is
You know, you would think that the Pharaoh would go nuts for this.
which I'm but first of all, I want to say
I
Kairi
kinda-
Sane.
Yeah.
They're getting smart, right? They're putting her in pigtails.
Oh, my
right?
God.
They're making her look like the Japanese child.
Monty's
And she looks like Go-Go from
This is terrible.
from Kill Bill 1.
Oh God.
Oh my God, she looks so good, man.
Oh man, it's almost like
I'm into the Kabuki Warriors, dude.
Harley Quinn from
Dude,
Land of the Rising
How
Sun
about-
or something.
Wait a minute, bro. What about the Great Kabuki? You a big fan? The Green Mist?
I was a
rules.
big fan of the Great Kabuki, or did I used to watch it back when I was a kid? I watched the guy spit the
So
green.
you don't
man.
like Green Mist anymore?
Do
You're
I think it was?
anti-Green
Do I
Mist.
think that? No. Do I think it was cool that they did that out of nowhere? Yeah, it was cool. But where's your loyalty to Alexa?
I have listen, I have loyalty to
I am
Alexa.
completely troubled by this because this is actually what bothered me.
Wow.
I had like a Monty and the Pharaoh reflex reaction. I said, wait a minute, this is Alexa just lost the belt. I hate this. They suck. Where's your
not-
Alexa factor? What's going on here?
Since you've been
Oh wow, Kabuki, where's Gary Hart?
I have to be honest.
I
Since
think
you-
that he's moved over to
What do you
to
think?
Mandy.
Mandy.
You've been gone a little bit.
Wow.
Mandy
Yeah.
has kind of taken me by storm.
Yeah. He's
It's not that I don't love
You know
Alexa.
what's
don't get me
weird?
wrong.
I can't tell if that's an upgrade because it's almost like just going
it's
from
just
one fillet
it's a
to another.
sidestep. It's a sidestep.
It's like
Really?
two fillets.
You think it's a parallel move?
yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Wow.
It's like going to two habitual planets. Like Kirk goes 2 for 2. I could breathe here too.
Kirk goes-
You know, yeah. It's like, wow, there's oxygen on this planet too, Spock. Wow, we're 2 for 2.
Dude, I think Mandy's an upgrade.
Wow, that's right. Dude, Alexa's gonna fuck you up.
I
Man.
know, man.
What are you talking about? You better backtrack.
But then again, Kairi Sane has kind of got me.
oh, look at
I'm
you.
into it.
Now he's in the
Blow some
massage
green-
parlor.
Blow some
What are
green
you
mist
doing?
on a massage
Yeah,
parlor.
yeah. You've already got the pigtails. I see where you're going
Oh
with
my
this. Oh, you're
God,
not fooling
that's
me
just
at all.
wrong,
Hey, of
dude.
course it's wrong.
All right, here's some big
What?
news, right? Your boy Kevin Smith, he gets booed from SmackDown
Dude.
because he showed up on AEW.
I thought it's because he looks like Boris Karloff from The Mummy. He looked terrible. Did you see that? I was like, what the? Is that the dude? No.
Is that the dude from Clerks, or is that a
was
zombie?
Rough, man. Oh, it was rough. He still speaks well.
Dude, so let me ask you a question on that, right? You say you have a massive heart attack like he did.
Oh, is that what happened? No,
Yeah.
I feel bad. I
So
didn't
he
know
lost
that.
all the weight,
I did
obviously.
not know
He
that.
had to lose all the
Did
weight.
not
He
know
quit
that.
smoking.
All right.
But do you think maybe you should just rather just call it a day
Call it a
instead of
day.
looking like that?
No more public appearances. Oh my God, yeah,
Dude, that's
maybe.
why I love the WWE, though. You don't want to be loyal? Screw you.
Yeah.
No appearances on our
Yeah.
show.
Right.
You think that's a smart move by Kevin Smith?
No, it's not.
I don't think Kevin was hustling. Do you think he was hustling?
No, he wasn't even thinking.
He wasn't even hustling.
No, he wasn't thinking.
Gotta hustle.
Yeah, and besides, he missed out on millions of more views if he had been nice to Vince and been not done that. You know. W.
We're already into 2 weeks, okay?
All right.
Let's talk about the first week.
The
Cody
first one.
Rhodes and Sammy Guevara. Thoughts?
Are you really going to get me started with this?
Yeah,
Sammy,
let's go.
This Sammy
Let's do it.
Guevara? All right.
Let's do it.
Sammy Guevara annoys the piss out of me.
Yeah.
I know that this is not going to be popular, but I really don't give a damn. There's something about Sammy Guevara, and you got to forgive me. This is going to sound very old school. And you know what? I don't even care how it sounds at this point.
Understood.
He comes out to fight Cody Rhodes, who I do think is a main event guy, and I do think Vince McMahon did make a mistake by not keeping him around. I would have
listen
kept
to
him
you.
around. He's not worth this kind of headache. He was worth taking care of. Okay, now that I established that I think Cody Rhodes is still the goods, he's in the ring with this guy. This guy comes out to fight him, and the ring announcer goes, weighing in at 184 pounds. And I thought to myself, my grandkid, what the 17-year-old that
Right.
weighs 184 right now and is still learning how to shave?
Sure.
I was like, 184? He's gonna be fighting Cody Rhodes and basically being treated like a main event player, right? Like they are making him top tier, right? Now that he's hanging with Jericho in, what did you call it?
Was he the circle?
The Outer Limits?
The outer circle or something. The inner circle.
No, the inner
The
circle.
new faction of,
I mean, what's your take on that guy? There's just something about him.
Dude,
I'm like,
again,
really?
when I turn on a channel
184
and I see a
pounds?
guy
What would
at
Lesnar do to this
184
guy?
pounds, it's terrible.
I don't know. I know it sounds. It doesn't sound mod, that's for sure.
You know,
But I'm
Jericho,
not with it. I'm not with
Jericho
it.
tried to put him over yesterday.
Yeah.
Right? This guy's for a young guy. I've never seen moves
Look,
like
it's
this.
not like he's got ability. But
Wait, I'm going to ask you this.
so there's a lot of other
But
wrestlers.
here's the question. You're so angry over The Fiend and Rollins and the ridiculous comic book. Meanwhile, AEW can get away with the crap they get away
Hey,
with.
am I saying that? I'm calling them out on it.
right.
So I am not saying that. I'm agreeing with you. I
Okay.
think that some of that crap that gets treated like it's a fillet is a White Castle path mark. You didn't even get it in White Castle. You bought it from the frozen food section. You know, it's like, stop. It's lame. Some of it's really overblown. That's me.
What were your thoughts on Nyla Rose and the women's title match against what her name's Riho?
How much she weigh? We're back to that again.
Well, Nyla Rose, this is ridiculous.
No, Rio. Rio's 98
looks like
pounds.
she's 80 pounds. Yeah.
I think she's 98. That's what
And
they
she
say.
beats, Jim, listen to this, a transgender
Okay.
woman
Mm-hmm.
who's like 300 pounds, and she beats her. 90 pounds.
1, 2, 3.
So this is
Or something
formerly a
like that.
man who now is a woman, which is fine.
Unreal.
And they let a 90-pound be what, for shock factor?
Unreal.
Talk about unrealistic.
I'm almost speechless. Like, this did absolutely nothing for me, and I don't give a crap how it's perceived.
Thank
This
you.
did absolutely nothing.
And all
for me.
these
Nothing.
WWE haters like, what a match! Not a great match!
Do I dig what Jericho's doing over there? Absolutely. But do I mark out like I called you? I'm like, oh look, it's Dean Ambrose versus Ty Dillinger.
Yeah, right.
Stop it.
Well,
Stop it.
You know, I think Jericho put his
know.
foot in his proverbial ass yesterday because guess what?
Can we talk
the
about-
ratings came out.
Okay.
And did you get the numbers?
No, tell me.
1 million.
They're down
Between the
0.4.
two shows.
They're down 0.4.
So they're already down 400,000
They're down 0.4
viewers.
already.
NXT
Understood.
was pretty much the same, right? So, again, congratulations, AEW. You beat the minor leagues of the WWE.
And I got to point out what I talked to you about on the phone during the week. This really made me laugh.
Go ahead.
And the marks are going nuts. Like, yeah, Jericho, way to tell him. There's Jack Swagger. We all know it's Jack Swagger. What do they call him now? What's his real name? Jake
Hager.
Okay. So they started, doing the chant, "We the People," and Jericho, cuts it off, and he says it was, it sucks, it's dead and buried. It was a bullshit, bad decision by creative years ago. Is that so? Okay. Well, when was the last time Jack Swagger was in a WWE ring? It's been years.
Sure.
Right?
He's actually a formidable MMA guy, by the way.
That chant still lives, and there they are acknowledging him with that chant in a positive way, by the way, and Jericho decides to squash it. You just took the last time Jack Swagger will ever have that kind of pop as far as a chant towards him in a positive way in that place. I don't think you'll ever see another chant coming his way.
I honestly think that's a great point.
I think it's hilarious. It's like, way to go, Jericho. You just killed
Where are all the pictures from all the fans showing the empty seats in AEW? See, at first I thought, is AEW trying to be smart and say, hey, we're not perfect, here's some empty seats? They did that in week 1.
Yeah, I didn't catch that.
But now I'm looking around, and there's lots of empty seats. Again, for the people that turn around and say this is a great time for wrestling, it might be. Yeah. But I'm telling you, too much wrestling is going to kill the business.
Yeah, it's a little
And I got to tell you, look, again, you want to say Cody Rhodes is a main event guy? Fine.
I love
How
Cody
many
Rhodes.
times can Cody Rhodes wrestle Moxley?
Right.
Until you have no one else to wrestle.
Right. The combinations are going to get worn out. They've got to bring in more guys, obviously.
All right. One thing we didn't talk about was the NXT match between Adam Cole and Matt Riddle, which I say was a total
that was awesome
5-star match.
Yep.
And for anyone to say it wasn't is utterly ridiculous.
And welcome to the physicality of Matt Riddle, Mr. Monty, and welcome to the greatness of Adam Cole, who can, play as big as anybody. Now, there's a smaller guy that plays big. I completely buy into Adam Cole.
I totally agree with you, bro.
Completely. But Sammy, I can't get into Sammy Guevara. I can't. He's gonna have to do a lot to get me going.
And by the way, I recommend to the fans, WWE Network, please go to the Goldberg, the Goldberg, what is it called? Chronicle, thank you.
The Chronicle.
Really good. The Sasha Banks one and the Goldberg one. So there's actually, you get the interaction between Riddle and Goldberg.
I saw that. I actually saw that little...
Now, I don't know if it's a work or not.
I don't care. I don't care. I thought it was excellent. I love that little run-in. That was great.
Let's talk about a real women's match.
All right.
Candice LeRae, against Shayna Baszler.
Yeah.
What'd you think of that match?
Well, I'm a huge Shayna Baszler fan. I don't know if you knew that.
I got to tell you what.
I've been a fan of hers from day one, man. I love her.
This Candice girl? She's for real, bro.
That's Johnny Gargano's other half.
Is he really?
Candice, yeah.
Incredible,
I believe so.
Incredible girl.
Up, which I don't think I do.
All right, listen, you've been gone for a little while, but this is my favorite part of the show. In this show, it's Evan Ginsberg, associate producer of 350 Days and associate producer of The Wrestler, one of my favorite films. Used to have a show on Village Connection Radio. Evan is very entertaining, either politically, religious, or pro wrestling. We'd like to keep it to pro wrestling. You've been out a little bit. So basically it's this, bro. I'm going to read the Evan Ginsberg rant.
The what?
And I'm going to let you respond. The Evan Ginsberg rant of the week.
They don't sound happy. What was that? Go on.
All right, so I'm going to read his rant when it comes on the phone. I'm going to ask you to please respond to it.
Me?
To the best of, absolutely.
Oh, boy.
To the
Jim,
best
stand
of
by,
your
Jim.
ability.
Go ahead.
All right, we're a little delayed, so I'm just keep posturing a little bit.
Posturing?
What is it? Posturing? Posturing. Here we go. You ready?
Yeah.
Seth Rollins Bray Wyatt match last night wasn't entertainment. It was punishment. Take two of the best wrestlers in the world, take the wrestling out of it completely, and turn the once great king of sports into an absolute circus. The very last thing I plan on doing this week is turning on anything WWE. That's in capital letters. That's how painful it was to watch this atrocity.
He loved it.
Pharaoh, what's your thoughts?
I actually agree with him. I don't know what to say. I thought that the match was an absolute bunch of shenanigans. It was
shenanigans.
Listen, I thought it was terrible.
Hey,
it's really hard to argue there, especially when I know the person writing it and what kind of match he usually wants. And oh boy, what a nightmare!
So I'm going to ask you a few questions.
It was a nightmare.
All right, I'm going to ask you a few questions.
I hated it. Go on.
Okay, great.
I did.
So I get it.
Yeah.
But on the same hand, we're going to go Orange Cassidy is okay?
No, we are not. Orange Cassidy. I would rather watch. Yeah, you know what? I don't like Orange Cassidy. I'm really not I'm not there. So yeah, I would rather take my chances with The Fiend and Seth Rollins in a rematch and hope it's better than the shit stain I just went through.
Okay.
You know, but Orange Cassidy does nothing for me. Dude, there's plenty of
Or how about a penis that you could fight with?
Joey Ryan?
Yeah, what do you think? That's good?
No. But wasn't that the whole point at the beginning of Evan's rant is that you take two of the best wrestlers in the world,
First of all,
who should be able to put on a great show in that ring, and instead it turns into a
please,
circus.
Here's one
Anyway.
equation for you. Ready?
Yeah.
What has Bray Wyatt done since he's been around? Why is he so great? Give me a couple of Bray Wyatt great matches. You know why he's great? Because he put on a mask. Okay?
All right, this is what I remember about once upon a time, a few years back. I won't be too long about this one.
Go
Bray
ahead.
Wyatt actually was great.
Why?
We have to go back to the Wyatt family's early days. You remember that, and you've
Sure.
told me yourself, that was a great time period for
The
them.
gimmick was good.
The gimmick was excellent. What I do recall from that, if you want to know what matches were great, go back and watch his matches against Daniel Bryan 1-on-1 when he was red hot.
Okay?
Those are excellent matches. Okay, but Bray Wyatt has not been excellent like that with the Wyatt family. He's not been like that for years.
First of all, Bray Wyatt has been a failure. He has been
Of course
a failure.
he's been. They've written him horrendously.
Okay.
The fact that he's been able to even come back to life on this level with The Fiend shows how talented he is, but I'm not so sure about the writing when it comes to Bray.
So Bray's getting bad writing.
He can sometimes. I think this was bad writing.
Seth Rollins is
This
a great
past
wrestler.
week, in the ring, he's excellent.
Right?
Yeah.
I think Seth Rollins did all he could in that match to make it as entertaining as possible.
Bray doesn't need.
I think Bray's a
Bray
dog.
doesn't need carrying. If
I
that's
think
what
he's a
you're
dog,
getting at.
dude.
No way. Bray's super solid. He's a good performer in the ring. I don't even think it's that. I think that his character was beat to death.
Is it the worst
In the
wrestling
past.
match you've ever seen?
No.
So why is it getting so much heat? I didn't think it was that bad.
Probably because it's a pay-per-view and expectations are really high because it was a pretty good week after Fox and everything. It was a letdown. It really was. To me, I was like, are you serious? Like, you were setting that high during the week. You get these awesome viewing numbers. What was it, 4 million?
Yeah.
You have The Rock coming back. Everything was really... Lesnar wins the belt. Everything that week was pretty damn good. Feeling pretty
Wait a
good.
minute, hold on.
And then
got a caller.
and then this.
We got a caller.
We have a caller?
Hey, you're on with Monty and the Pharaoh. Who's calling?
Caller.
Hey, this is Billy Jack Haynes. This is Mike.
Hey, Billy
wow.
Jack!
Billy
Oh,
Jack.
yeah, brother. How are you, my friend?
God.
Thanks for calling in. How are you, sir? It's been a while.
Well, it's been a while. I'm going to be coming down and seeing you guys November 22nd.
He is?
You're in New Jersey, right?
In New York, my friend, Long Island.
In New York.
Yes, sir.
Sorry, man. I went to go to so many. Going nuts.
Bro, you're a busy guy. Right next to me is the Pharaoh. You remember the Pharaoh, right?
Well, you guys are the best in radio. You know that.
Thank you,
baby,
sir.
thank
Thank you. Listen,
Podcast.
Billy, I want to tell you something. So last night I was doing some stuff for work, and I go on YouTube, and I see a video where you're calling into Hannibal. Real quick, I want to ask you a question. How long are you going to let this guy shit on you before you take care of this?
What?
Well, here's the thing that the people don't understand me. My wrestling career has been over now since 1996. So everybody wants to call this thing a work, a shoot, or a shoot, or a work. To me, there's no such thing as a work anymore. I retired from the ring. So this is 100% shoot to me. I'm not playing no games. And what people don't understand, in all my career, I was master of the full Nelson. No one wants to bring that up anymore. And I got a challenge I'm going to bring up, and I'll keep that a secret, even though you may know what I'm talking about now.
Yep.
But let's see this 66-year-old can break somebody's neck.
Well, I got to tell you, Billy, we're big fans of you from Monty and the Pharaoh and Village Connection Radio. And I got to tell you, I'm just starting to take this stuff a little bit personal now. Because I've met you in person twice. You are nothing but a gentleman.
Yeah.
You've been as honest as you can with us. And I'm honestly getting a little tired of people taking advantage of the situation. You are one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. You're a hero to many. And, when nobodies take shots at you, I'm just not digging it.
Nope. Ooh.
Yeah, they take a
Inspiring.
lot of shots at me. Of course, I opened that up myself, being truthful about being a cocaine dealer. That's on me, but as far as Hannibal, where he wants to take this thing for views or whatever he wants to do, you guys, to me, are the greatest in podcast, because what you just said, you let me tell the truth, and people can look it up for themselves. I'm telling the truth. It's on the internet. But they do what they want to do. I put my life on the line with the Boys on the Tracks murder back in 1987. And so everybody can read about that too. So I must be pretty ignorant, stupid, or just want to clear my heart before I die. I could be killed over that. So that's it.
Absolutely. Farrah, you got anything for Billy?
Yeah, Billy, how's your health right now? I wanted to know.
Well, buddy, like I know you had that aortic aneurysm yourself, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And I'm so glad that the surgery went well for you.
Thank you.
You bet your partner. And for me, I got lucky. They said I had to have open heart surgery, but they looked at it again and said, no, you're okay. It was a mistake. So I lucked out.
Well, that's great news. Now, did you get married? Last time you were in here, you said you were about to get married. Did you end up getting married?
No, I haven't got married yet. That was kind of a throwback. But the reason I said that is, I'll let you know when I get down there if we got more time.
Yeah.
But the whole thing is this: when Hannibal brought up the marriage part, my ex-wife Jeannie Clark is such a sweetheart. I'm not going to get on the air and call her a liar or anything. She was really good to me, and he has no business going deep into my life. He doesn't understand who he's messing with. I used to get paid to beat guys up, and even worse. So I'm a man of my word. I take Hannibal very seriously. Anybody who challenges me or gets in my space, I'm a pro wrestler, pro boxer, everything. He's in my space now. He's in my space making fun of me, and I will take him out, man. I'm not playing no games. I'm being very serious. I'll go down there and I'll take him right out.
Well,
I'll take his knees out. I'll break his neck. I don't like to be effed like that, man.
Well, I got to tell you, so he was on our show, and he seemed like a real gentleman, and he does well in what he does. But again, after meeting you, and again, we grew up fans of yours to begin with.
Yeah.
And watching him take, advantage of these situations or speaking you as disrespectfully as is, it's really bothering me. And last night when I watched it, or listened to it, I'm sorry, I felt the same way. I felt like, I understand he considers himself a reporter, but the way the questions, he kind of put Jeannie in a spot. I saw that interview, and I just really feel, Billy, that you really got to, you need to address this, brother. You really do.
Well, I'm going to address it. I have an interview with him. I don't want to, say what other podcast or whatever people will know, but I'm going to be with you guys at the 22nd.
Yep.
November 22nd. In New York. That's the greatest. Monty and the Pharaoh is #1 in the world.
Thank you, sir.
That's right. Thank you.
Very honored to be with you guys again. And
thank you.
And thanks for the Hannibal updates and all that. Thanks for listening to that, watching that, or listening to it last night. He tried to make up with me, and you can't make up with me like that. I'm a street person. I took care of my dad, who was blind and had diabetes, and he was an amputee from juvenile diabetes. So I'm not one guy to be effed with, and he continues to do it for his views. And what's going to end up happening is he's going to be out of pro wrestling forever. I'll probably end up going to jail forever if he keeps screwing with me. And I'm telling you guys that first. I'm not coming down there to play games at all the way from Portland to New York, New Jersey to Philly.
Billy, do you feel you're being kind of like manipulated because you're just basically a view magnet? Because you really are a view magnet. I mean, you feel like not only is he insulting you on a personal level, is he like insulting you on a business manipulating level too?
I think it's a business manipulating level. I was a multi-millionaire, and they say I'm worth about $300,000. It doesn't really matter what I'm worth. The point is, I just want to live the rest of my life out. I'm not trying to be a view and manipulator or whatever. He is trying to manipulate me, but I still got a lot of. You never lose a fight in my heart. I never will, because I went to my dad's grave. I tried to commit suicide. I told you guys that. Yeah. And I failed. I found God in my heart, and now this guy's made me find the devil again, and he's made a big mistake by doing that. I want God over the devil, but Hannibal tries to play the devil with me, trying to say he's going to kill me. So I go on hepatitis C treatment. So now I'm cured with Hep C. He has no excuse not to fight me. Now he says that I'm too old. He's going to kill me. You've heard every bit of his tapes. And so I'm right here. And Larry Holmes, he interviewed Larry Holmes. The only guy that beat Larry Holmes when he was 48-0 was Michael Spinks, beat him twice. The guy who beat Michael Spinks was Tommy Sullivan in Portland, Oregon. Look it up. 1975 National Championship Golden Gloves was Tommy Sullivan knocking out Michael Spinks. Well, I was his number one sparring partner for 2 years. So I could handle myself with Larry Holmes. How would he end up with Larry Holmes? How would Hannibal end up with Larry Holmes in a fist fight right now today, even at 68, 9 years old? I'd kill this guy, man. He's playing with the wrong guy. They think I'm crazy. I'm not nuts. You guys know that.
No, not at all. I don't think you're crazy, and I think there comes a point where, when you feel like you're being taken advantage of, it's number one, again, you've done so much for the pro wrestling business. You're also 66 years old. There's so many things that are wrong about this. And again, I don't appreciate it. I thought Hannibal seemed like a very nice guy when he was on, but the thing I see him pulling off with you, I just think it totally unfair. And Billy, one quick thing. I know when you come in on November 22nd, you will be on television. We announced at the beginning of the show we signed a 1-year deal with cable. We're on every Tuesday from 8:30 to 9 o'clock. So Billy Jack Haynes will be on the forefront on cable. So thanks to you coming on our show and supporting our show, we're able to do this. But thank you so much.
Oh, thank you guys. I'm looking forward. See, it's Friday, November 22nd at 8:30, right?
That's right.
I've been looking forward to seeing you guys. I love you both very much, and I love all the fans out there in New York and the East Coast.
Well, we love you, Billy, and we'll see you. And get yourself ready. Get into training. So we want to see you hit a home run, my friend.
I'm 236 right now, down from 280.
Nice.
And by the way, I love the picture you posted on Twitter of you and your father. That's really was a great picture.
Yeah, thank you for that. But somebody else posted it. I couldn't believe it. I forgot about that picture. It broke me down pretty hard. The good man who did that.
Well, you mean a lot to us, Billy, and we'll see you on November 22nd, my friend. Thank you for calling in.
Thanks for checking in, Billy.
All right, my
God
friend.
bless. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Wow.
Billy Jack Haynes calling into Long Island's #1 pro wrestling broadcast.
You had me guessing.
Did I have you guessing?
Yeah, you had me
Yeah,
guessing.
bro. And let me just point out one thing. We didn't call him.
No.
He called us.
That's right. That's right.
It's his quarter?
Speaking about that, Jim.
Thank you for that.
Steven
Billy
was
Jack.
producing the show when we had Hannibal on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hannibal is a guy, right, that was training to become a wrestler.
Yeah.
Looking fresh. Training to become a wrestler. And
Dude.
he ended up getting hepatitis C, where he claims from Abdullah the Butcher. He was really forthcoming in our interview, which I thought was fantastic.
Right.
But what he's doing with Billy Jack Haynes, I'm totally not digging
I'm
it,
actually
bro.
really taken aback because I think something must have just happened that I'm not even aware of.
So yesterday I was doing some
like,
video
what's
cutting
going on?
for the station.
Yeah.
And, on YouTube, all of a sudden, boom, here it comes, Hannibal TV.
Yeah.
Billy Jack Haynes interview.
Okay.
Now, I know these two have had heat. I'm like, they must have made up. Let me put it on. So it's a phone call, and Hannibal just not even giving the guy a break. Like, I really don't want to do this. The fans wanted me to do this. And then it just started getting nasty. And it was like, Billy's like, I'm gonna strangle your ass.
Really?
And he's like, I'm not gonna fight I think he said, I'm not gonna fight an old man or so. I don't know. Just disrespectful stuff, dude. I'm not getting it. You know what I mean?
All right. That's been going on for a while now.
And we got to give Hannibal props, right? Hannibal is the #1 pro wrestler interviewer, I think, right now. I mean, the guy's got millions.
In the YouTube world, he's deep end of the pool.
Yeah, he's got millions of views.
Absolutely, sure.
But I don't think you should do it at the case of being disrespectful to someone like Billy Jack Haynes.
Well, I can't see us doing that, starting insulting somebody's age and stuff. I don't see that. That's
We're
not
old
really-
anyway. But.
Yeah, that's true. We'd be insulting ourselves.
Yeah. I mean, does it bother you? What are you thinking?
Am I surprised by it a little bit? I'm not surprised that Billy Jack would have an issue with it at all. Tell you the truth, on Billy Jack's end, all good.
So what he was referencing was, I think Hannibal interviewed Jeannie Clark,
Okay.
Ex-wife of
Understand.
Stone Cold Steve Austin and Billy Jack Haynes. Billy explained that a few times when he was on the show. And she, he basically asked her to tell the truth if like Stone Cold beat her up or whatever, right?
Right.
And, Jeannie Clark's not going to say that on a YouTube. You know what I mean? She's got kids with Steve Austin, right? They've probably gone through what they have to go through. Maybe they've forgiven each other. Why would you turn that
Leave
up?
it alone. Don't
But
poke
it always starts with the...
People love to poke.
But it always starts with Billy Jack Haynes. Yeah, we've done it.
Right.
All right?
Right.
But I don't think we've done it
We poke? I don't usually
No, we
poke.
have never did it
You poke.
We've never did it maliciously is my
No,
whole
no,
point,
I
right?
don't think we're
Billy
evil,
made a
if that's what
statement.
you're
We
getting
asked
at.
wrestlers about Billy's statement. I mean, one of the real uncomfortable ones, I think about it all the time, when Barry Windham was in here
Yeah.
and he was talking about Mike Graham. Right?
Man, that
and then
was-
I interrupted, and it was, again, it was one of the, maybe I shouldn't have done it, but I was
don't
like,
even- you know
Billy
what?
Jack Haynes said that Vince McMahon killed
Right.
Eddie Graham,
Right.
And
Right.
Barry Windham looked a little taken back.
To tell you the truth, I thought he processed that really well. He
Yeah,
was
he did.
like, yeah. You know what I mean? I thought he was a real pro's pro with that, to tell you the truth.
But
I love Barry Windham. What a
but
great
again,
guest he was, by the way.
Absolutely.
He was awesome
I
guest.
gotta thank Billy Jack Haynes calling in again. Jim,
Yeah.
great point. Billy Jack called into Monty and the Pharaoh, right? We didn't call Billy Jack.
Yeah, that's true.
So again, Long Island's #1 pro wrestling broadcast. You got anything else to say about it, or you want to move on?
Yeah, well, what else we got? Do we have more stuff?
All right, we do. Let's talk about NWA Power, which made its
boy.
debut on YouTube. I want to hear your thoughts, but I will tell you, loved the Dokken theme song. They were using Dokken.
How great was that?
It was. I felt like I was back in 1985.
I really did love that. I love that song too.
Absolutely.
And I'm not like a huge Dokken mark using wrestling term, but
Yeah.
I do love that song, and I had that album, Tooth and Nail.
Tooth and Nail. Tooth and Nail's a great album.
That's like a really good
Jim,
album.
you a Dokken guy or no?
Remember Dokken?
I'm not really sure if I'm sure if I heard.
What was their biggest hit?
Into the Fire,
Just
which
Got
is the
Lucky?
end of it. Just Got Lucky, Into the
Okay,
Fire.
yeah.
Just
Remember
Got
when...
Fire.
do you-
Into the Fire is
Into
great.
the Fire!
Yeah.
That's a great song.
I'm for... Oh, then
And
you
of
also
course,
have...
George Lynch, the very respected lead guitar player of Dokken.
Yeah.
He's very respected. That I
well,
will
do you
say.
remember with Nightmare on Elm Street? Dream
Yes,
Warriors.
Dream
They
Warriors.
did Dream Warriors,
That's
right?
when I've had enough.
Come
that
on!
was what I've been like. Everybody's selling out. Ozzy's putting glitter on himself. I was like, get out of here already. And then, and you know what put a stop to all of that? Slash plugged in. Axel went, ow, now, ow. And 1988 was here. It was like, okay, that's the end of that shit. Let's rock. It is the truth. And then Kurt Cobain finished it all
Finished
off.
it all. The death
He
of
finished it
hair
all
metal.
off. He's like, the guitar should sound like this.
Dude, I'll tell you what. I listen to Hair Metal Nation on Sirius
I
Radio.
love metal. I like some hair metal, some of it.
Dirt? It's on Netflix.
Yes.
Oh, fucking love the Dirt.
Motley Crue, great
so,
stuff.
So right when things are starting to fall apart a little bit, they show them when
When
they
they go
first
sober?
split up, and it's 1991, and you can tell because there's a '91 Mustang, and on the wall there's a mural of Pearl Jam.
Right.
Right.
And
Right.
it was like that was
Yeah,
the new
91.
sound.
When 10 broke, yeah, absolutely.
Were you an alternative
Pearl
guy?
Jam.
I
Were
love
you-
Pearl Jam.
So
Yeah, I love alternative.
when did
Yeah.
you discover
Fan also.
alternative?
Right away.
It's hard to say, bro.
Right
because
away.
I think when I was young, I listened to some alternative stuff. Like, would you
Right
consider
away.
like
I was aware of like
Wow.
Mother Love Bone in like 88, 89 or whatever, like the lady. I was
Joe
aware
Jackson?
of
What would you
Cobain.
consider like
Joe Jackson was it was alternative. I love Joe Jackson, by the
Joe
way.
Jackson,
Stepping
stuff
out.
like
I
that
love
back
Joe
Jackson's
then?
all
Is
very
that was
unique.
like the beginning, I think, of alternative almost in a way.
If you guys would appease me, I'll tell you my story into alternative. So I was dating my wife. We were bowling. It was
Okay.
probably 1994, I think. Right?
Okay.
Okay.
And I think that's the time this came out. But anyway, we got home. It's about 11:30. We turn on Saturday Night Live, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know if it was 94. Yeah,
Is
it
this
was
back in
94.
the days when you had sex?
Yes.
Are you going to sing Oasis
Yes,
songs?
yes.
What? What the hell?
It's a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. What's that,
Dusty.
So we get home on Saturday Night Live is Nirvana, and
Nice.
they're playing Teen Spirit,
Nice.
and we're watching, and we turn to each other, we go, "Holy shit,
Yeah.
this just all changed
Everything's
right now."
changed.
I
It's
remember
90,
like
91, basically, you're talking.
was it 90? No. it
Well,
had to be
Nirvana
90.
and Pearl Jam were all born together. The Seattle scene exploded almost in simultaneous fashion.
I know it was my wife, so it had to be 94. They played on Saturday Night Live.
Well, they
when
did.
did Teen Spirit
They
come
did
out?
over the years. They might have also played the next album. I think Nevermind's 91.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe I got my years
91
wrong.
was the magical year of the Seattle scene.
No,
it was like kaboom, here we
That
are.
can't be because I got out of the military in 91, so
Well,
I gotta...
I don't know. Either
All I
way,
know
it's
is
the early
time short.
90s.
You might have lost a few years there, bro.
Yeah, it's the
Maybe,
early
who knows?
90s. You know, you were jamming out the Purple Motorcycle, you know.
Purple Motorcycle rock, dude.
I had to throw in my own band.
So, at any point, Jim, were you like, hey, screw this, I don't like this music?
I like all music, bro. I like country music.
Opera? I love opera.
I like opera.
opera.
I love classical
I
music.
love classical music.
I mean, I could just sit there and listen to that stuff.
You mean stuff that's not rock? Is that what you're asking
Yeah.
me? Because you know I love rock and I love heavy metal.
Yeah,
you
you're a
know
heavy
that.
metal guy.
I love heavy metal. But other styles that would surprise you? Classical. That was my first form of music. I love classical music. I love folk music. You give me the.
I love music.
You give me what?
Any kind of music.
There he goes.
boy.
You give me like
love
the Weavers or Pete Seeger. I'm extremely happy.
Is there anything you guys don't like musical-wise?
I don't like this this crap that's out. A lot of this crap that's out right now.
So
plenty of
bad.
stuff I don't
It's-
Dumb music.
What?
It's so
Describe the crap.
Like this.
Describe the crap.
I don't even know their names,
Here,
bro. And if
I'll
you
give you
played
one.
one of their songs, I wouldn't even know because I'd turn it off.
Ariana Grande.
Yeah.
But
Who
wait
is
a minute.
she?
But ultra talented, and they keep her like synthesized and bubblegummy. This girl can sing.
Yeah.
Is there anyone that sings with any purity like the guy who passed away from Linkin Park? Anybody around like that now?
Purity.
The guy was for
Well,
real.
Lady Gaga.
Lady, okay, she's an artist.
How about
She's an
Pink?
artist.
Pink has got, Pink's incredible. Whether you like her music or not,
No,
is
I
one
like
thing.
Pink. I
Right?
like Pink.
You gotta recognize the talent.
Like female lead vocal speaking. When was the last time a Melissa Etheridge came across the pike?
Music is totally, there's no good music.
That's what I'm
anymore.
asking.
And you know what? I know people say, there is such thing as good music. There's
I
no
don't
good
know,
music.
man. Doesn't look that way.
All right, so real quick, we got about 5 minutes. NWA Power.
I really
Episode 1.
I really loved the old school TV studio feel. Did I actually see a wrestler being interviewed and then they'd show the audience all clapping and stuff? Holy Georgia Championship Wrestling!
great.
I loved it.
What was your problem with it, if you had any problem with it?
Just getting used to who's on the, the promotion, who the wrestlers are. It's tough to make a call right now as to what my major issues were with it. It's small, it's humble. I kind of like it.
So I need your help, though. All right.
Yeah.
Didn't the
here it
Rock and Roll
comes.
Express win the tag belts there? Or did I read
Yeah,
wrong? Or was that all
and you
fake?
also read, and I'm not going to back off what I said because I think that the indie marks are completely hypocritical. They bitch about Goldberg, Vince bringing back a Goldberg, or Lesnar always having the belt, this, that, and the other thing, but they mark out when the Rock and Roll Express win the belts now? It's 2019.
Unrealistic.
I don't get it. It's like, if you're going to bitch about it, don't. It seems hypocritical. That's all I'm saying. That amazes me that they won the titles, though. The Rock and Roll
Problem is, when I
Express
watched
are unbelievable.
When I
They
watched
just-
NWA Power, maybe I missed it. I didn't see them there.
Right. I didn't see them there either, but we know that they did win it, right? I mean,
That's what I read, but
was
it looked like there was
report-
some other tag team champions. Maybe it was make believe.
Maybe they were, caught up in the can. They couldn't get out to the ring for the team. How do you know they didn't have some bad White Castle? And it's tough traveling when you're older. I don't know.
Robert Gibson with that wandering eye.
With the wandering
That
one,
squiggle
imagine
eye.
him versus Shawn Michaels in a stare down.
Oh my
That'd be
God,
awesome.
that's hilarious.
One guy's going this way, one guy's going the other way.
Ladies and gentlemen, Robert Gibson versus Shawn
Yeah, nobody
Michaels
knows
in
who
a
to hit.
stare down.
Where is he? Hit the guy in the middle. Oh my God, that'd be hilarious.
Oh my God,
that's terrible.
You think Ricky
So
Morton
mean.
should cut his hair?
What, the bi-level look is out?
The mullet.
Dude, the fucking
Bi-level
Isn't
look.
the
I don't know, Farrell. Do you think it is?
Yeah, 1985 is long gone. Yeah. I had that, don't you remember?
Yeah, back in 1980.
Yeah, like 1984. I got my Docket album. I got my mullet. Yeah. Oh, what a terrible look.
Oh my
With
God.
the earring.
So
Yeah,
we got
so
about
cool.
4 minutes. I wanted to ask you
4 minutes.
while you were gone. We had the Eve Mendez, the Tony Atlas, and
Yeah.
the David Sammartino. I wanted
And
your
Bill Alfonso.
Bill Alfonso, yes.
What's up, Fonzie?
I wanted to get your thoughts on the
Oy.
David Sammartino deal. Was it what you expected? Did you expect them to be okay?
Look. I don't know what it was like here that day. Obviously, I
What did you say?
It was what?
I said he was a little bit of a putz.
He was a putz.
A little bit.
Interesting.
Yeah, he was a little-
I heard.
Sorry, I don't know the guy.
No, listen,
Jim, maybe you can
looking up that like he thought we were gonna kill him.
I gotta ask.
Like,
Maybe you can confirm this. He told me that he was like, Pharaoh, if you were there, you probably would have been pretty damn angry.
oh yeah, dude.
Really? Okay.
Oh no, there was a
Right.
reason.
I would have lost
why
my
he
shit,
wanted
huh?
him.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank goodness.
That's interesting.
You would have lost your
Well,
shit.
for whatever it's worth, I enjoyed the 31 minutes and change he managed to give you.
I thought he
liked it.
he gave everything
I liked
asked.
it. I liked it. He answered your questions about his father and if he had any regrets, and I thought it was good. 31
What
minutes.
did you think of the Alfonso interview?
I love Fonzie, and I love that interview. I thought it was great. He's as loose as can be.
Yep.
He's as natural as can be. He's as engaging as can be, and he's one of my all-time favorites.
And you know who he loved the most?
Who?
Savali.
That's.
Him and
I'm
Savali
not
were like- him and Savali
surprised.
were like this.
I'm not surprised. The room must have had an interesting odor
We had
too.
a barbecue the other day.
Did you barbecue
at,
with him?
at my father-in-law's, we all got together.
What?
Hey, Dad, let me introduce my friend, Bill Alfonso.
Bill
Get a
Alfonso.
load of
Bill,
this.
can you tell him that
He
Giant
would
Gonzalez
love
story?
my father-in-law, Bill. Bill Alfonso would love my father-in-law.
Did he blow the whistle when the
Like
food
this.
was
They would be
ready?
Like this.
I mean, what happened?
Dude,
here?
remember the story he told, that Giant Gonzalez story? How, like, Giant Gonzalez couldn't get his weenie and his girlfriend?
Right, so he
Bill,
warmed them up. Yes,
Bill,
yes,
jump
yes.
in.
We need you to
Warmed her
jump
up.
in and warm her up.
And don't finish though.
Oh my God!
You know,
bro.
leave a mess.
How about
And don't look her in the eye.
Right.
How about the
Wow.
great Rosa
Very
Mendez?
bizarre.
What'd you
She-
think of Rosa?
Absolutely awesome. What a charming person, from what I could tell.
She was utterly incredible.
From
man.
what I could tell, what a really nice person.
All right, well,
it was good.
You know, glad to have
But you
you.
didn't ask me about Tony,
Would you? All right,
my buddy
uh-oh.
Tony.
I tried to avoid it, but this is going to say Tony.
who somehow thinks that he's the reason why you and me were like hanging out in different bars. What is he out of his mind? No, Tony, no. You know, cool shades though, bro.
Tony was
yeah.
all
Where'd you
right.
get that look? Anyway. What do we got? What do we got here?
You had a
Hey,
couple-
one of my
you had a
favorite,
couple-
one of my favorite wrestlers. You know that.
You had a
I
couple
love
of
Tony.
photos, and I want to thank him. Like Larry Mormon was in the seat.
Yes.
Joe
Yeah.
Rossello was in the seat. Good friend Joe Rossello.
He was.
My God.
He might still be under there.
Oh my God.
Jim Bo, fill it in the blank.
And the Queen of New York was in the seat.
Well, that's why I sprayed before I got here.
Yeah.
My God.
Good thinking.
Yeah.
I don't blame
That's
you,
why
bro.
you know damn well.
You never know what's coming out of there.
disinfected Batman.
Anyway, I want to thank.
Oh my God.
I want to thank.
Kabuki.
Jesus Christ. I want to thank Billy Jack Haynes for calling in. Billy, you're the
Yeah,
best. We'll
thank
see you on
you,
November
Billy Jack.
22nd. Don't forget Brutus the Barber Beefcake is, I think, October 21st,
Yeah.
which is a Sunday morning.
nice.
And then in November, it's nothing but hot stuff. We've got
We are busy.
we've got Hollywood in. We have
Come on.
Hillbilly Jim in.
Oh,
We
okay.
have Buff Bagwell in.
Oh, Michael Elkin.
We got Michael Elkin in, and Road Warrior Animal
Oh my
will
God.
be in
Is
house.
Scorpio coming back?
Scorpio is not coming.
Oh,
He has
Scorpio,
beef.
man.
He has beef with Buff.
Oh, that's right. Okay,
They've got major beef.
Understand.
And he
But
can't
we got
get-
Buff.
He can't get. We got Buff.
Is he bringing the stuff?
Buff is
All
bringing
right,
the
as long as
stuff.
Buff brings the stuff. Jim, you're gonna love Buff stuff.
And then Jim McGuire will be in house, and we're gonna probably have
JJ.
Jim with his guitar over in the
Oh my God,
electric
please.
guitar interview place. And
Yes, please.
We'll be doing a whole Johnny Carson bit.
Nice.
So anyway, we want to thank
Yankees. Want to thank the Yankees. Keep going.
I want to thank
You were
Jimmy
janking?
Farrow, and I want to thank
you.
everybody for tuning in to Long Island's #1 pro wrestling broadcast. And don't forget, the start of November on Tuesdays, 8:30 to 9, Monty and the Farrow are on channel 115 for 1 year. So if you can't get enough of us here, you get to watch us on cable, YouTube,
Yeah.
Twitter, Facebook. You're going to get sick of yourself.
Who hustles better than you?
I don't know.
Well,
Well, God damn!